Welcome back to Old Charles. Today, we are talking about the United States 1983 quarter dollar and why this coin is still important for collectors and everyday people who find it in their pocket change. The 1983 quarter dollar belongs to the Washington Quarter Series, which has been one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. This coin was minted during a time when the United States Mint was not producing mint sets for collectors, which makes well-preserved examples harder to find today. The 1983 quarter was produced in two main mint locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia Mint coin does not carry a mint mark, while the Denver Mint coin has a small D on the front of the coin. Both versions were made for circulation, and millions were released into everyday use. Because of this, most 1983 quarters that you see today are worn and have scratches, dull surfaces, and weak details. The front of the coin shows the familiar portrait of George Washington facing left. This design was created by John Flanagan and has been used for many decades. The back of the coin features the eagle with spread wings, standing on a bundle of arrows with olive branches below. This classic design represents strength and peace and is loved by many collectors around the world. When it comes to value, most circulated 1983 quarter dollars are only worth their face value of 25 cents. If the coin has heavy or faded details or damage, then it is usually not worth more than face value. However, the value can increase if the coin is in better condition. A lightly circulated coin with sharp details and original shine may be worth a small premium to collectors. Uncirculated 1983 quarters are where things become more interesting. Because mint sets were not made that year, collectors must find uncirculated coins from rolls or bags saved long ago. A 1983 quarter in uncirculated condition can be worth several dollars depending on how clean and sharp it looks. Coins with strong luster, no marks, and full details are the most desirable. Another important factor is errors and varieties. Some 1983 quarters were struck with errors, such as off-center strikes, double details, or wrong planchets. These error coins can be worth much more than normal examples. Collectors are always searching for unique mistakes because they add history and rarity to the coin. Grading also plays a big role in determining value. Professionally graded coins by well-known grading companies often sell for higher prices because buyers trust the condition and authenticity. A high-grade 1983 quarter can sometimes sell for a surprising amount, especially if it is a top-condition example. The 1983 quarter dollar may seem common at first glance, but it holds an interesting place in US coin history. The lack of mint sets, the heavy circulation, and the challenge of finding clean examples make it a fun coin to search for. Checking your pocket change or old coin jars could still lead to a nice find. For collectors, this coin represents patience and attention to detail. For beginners, it is an affordable way to start learning about coin grading value and history. Whether you are a serious collector or just curious about the change in your pocket, the United States 1983 quarter dollar is a coin worth knowing about and worth looking at closely every time you see one. The history of the United States 1983 quarter dollar is closely connected to a unique and challenging period for American coinage. During the early 1980s, the United States was facing economic pressure, high inflation, and rising metal costs. Because of these issues, the US Mint focused mainly on producing coins for everyday circulation rather than for collectors. In 1983, the Mint made an important decision not to issue official uncirculated mint sets, which have been regularly produced in earlier years. This choice makes the 1983 quarter historically important. Fresh coins directly from a mint. The 1983 quarter continued the Washington quarter design that was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. The design by sculptor John Flanagan had already become a familiar symbol of American currency. By 1983, the design had been in use for decades and represented stability and tradition during a time of economic uncertainty. Millions of quarters were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints and released straight into circulation, where they were quickly used in daily transactions. Because these coins were heavily circulated, most 1983 quarters experienced significant wear early in their life. Many were used in vending machines, parking meters, and cash registers across the country. Very few people thought to save them at the time because they looked ordinary and had no special markings. This is why finding a well-preserved 1983 quarter today is more difficult compared to other years when mint sets were available. Over time, collectors began to realize the historical importance of the 1983 quarter. The absence of mint sets and the heavy circulation created a shortage of high-quality examples. This realization increased interest in the coin, especially among collectors who enjoy searching rolls and old collections. Today, the 1983 quarter stands as a reminder of a period when everyday coins carried the marks of economic change, and when saving common change could later turn into a valuable collecting opportunity. The condition of the United States 1983 quarter dollar plays a very important role in how collectors judge and value this coin. Because these quarters were released only for circulation and not included in official mint sets, most examples show signs of heavy use. Condition is usually described by how much where the coin has and how clear the design details remained. In poor condition, the 1983 quarter will look very worn. The face of George Washington may appear flat and smooth with many details missing. The edges can be rounded and the lettering may be weak or partly unreadable. Coins in this condition are very common and are usually only worth face value. In good to fine condition, some details are still visible, but where is clearly present. Washington hair and facial features may be faint, and the eagle on the back may lack sharp feathers. These coins have been used for many years, and while they are better than heavily worn examples, they still do not carry much extra value. In very fine to extra fine condition, the coin shows moderate wear, but most major details are still visible. Washington profile is clearer, and the eagle design can be easily identified. There may be light scratches and dull surfaces, but the coins still look solid. Collectors may pay a small premium for coins in this condition, especially if they have an attractive appearance. Uncirculated condition is the most desirable for the 1983 quarter dollar. These coins show no wear from circulation and still have original mint luster. The details are sharp and the surfaces look fresh. Because no mint sets were issued in 1983, finding an uncirculated example is much harder. Coins in this condition are often worth several times face value and are popular with collectors. The highest condition examples are those that are professionally graded. These coins are carefully examined and given a grade that confirms their quality. High-grade 1983 quarters are considered scarce and represent the best preserved pieces from a challenging year in US coin history.